Because 5 days have gone by, you have no connections, and you have a live job on the table that you can actually get paid off of.
Mm-hmm.
And you've only talked to one candidate in 5 days.
2, actually.
Horrible. Not outstanding in real life. Now, this isn't real life. Okay, we're just getting started, but I'm giving you a real life scenario so that you can see your errors and fix them immediately.
Okay.
If you move slow, you will make money slow.
Mm-hmm.
If you move slow, the job orders will close on you.
Mm.
I've given you a job order to really work. And recruiters hustle. And they hustle fast and they hustle hard. And they are competing against other recruiters within their office. They're competing with every recruiter on the planet, and they're recruiting with themselves. Competing, I'm saying. They're competing with themselves. So everything is fair game competition. When a recruiter gets that job order, a real recruiter, they immediately flick on mission mode.
Mm.
And it's like, where do I find this person? And their whole world evolves around finding this person, the person for this role, the right person for this role. 5 days don't go by. And in 5 days, you would have connected with 500 people.
Okay.
You would via phone, email, text, social media, referrals. You would be talking to so many people. You'd be calling in to different people's offices, asking to speak to different people, doing the research. Okay, so if this is the company I'm recruiting for, their competitor is this. Or these are all the companies within a 5-mile radius of this company. Like, you would be strategizing. How can I get that person in? Who's the right fit? You'll be looking everywhere for this fit. When you find them, you're looking for their contact. You're sending them messages on social media, on email. You can call the work office phone number. You're getting it in. You're reaching, and there's nothing holding you back, because 2 things are going to happen from the result of you working on this role. 3 things. 1, you're going to beat every motherfucking body else out. That's number 1. Hands down, no questions. Number 2, you're about to match this person into a role. And this is going to help you in so many ways. Not only is it going to help make your person happy, but this person is now going to refer candidates to you, and you got to end in this company. Now I'm starting to think about my strategy on how I'm going to penetrate the rest of this division, because I'm going to fill every position that comes in here from now on out. Third thing is, I'm about to get paid. Like, so many missions, I don't have time to sit around and to think about anything other than getting my position filled.
Right.
That is your mindset, and that is who you want to hire every time you hire a recruiter and a salesperson.
Okay.
It is a race against time. But you've got to find somebody quality. And you're always thinking about how are you searching differently than everyone else? How are you looking in places nobody else is looking at? What strategies are you creating in your mind that nobody else is thinking about? Everybody might be doing the competitive strategy, but is everybody doing the 5-mile radius strategy? And what other are you pulling from other companies and other cities and states and digging deep into those people to find out how you can get them to relocate? What research are you doing to sell them on a role in this particular company? Maybe your search should be different. Maybe you should find a search where you're looking for someone who's actually completed the task versus looking for keywords. Maybe you're going all different types of angles, trying to figure out, where is my hire? And I need them now, not yesterday, not the day after next. Now, in real staffing agencies, the recruiters are fighting over who this candidate belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, did you get him first? Did you tag him in the system as your candidate before I did? Who gets ownership of this candidate? Because candidates are your capital.
Yeah.
So you cannot have a staffing business, nor can you recruit for a position such as superior as to recruit for Nike with 17 connections. I say that with love.
I know. I know.
I just want your mind right.
Right.
We've been taking it slow because I want you to learn. But now we've got to pick up the pace, because if you want to make money, if you want to place people, if you want to help companies fill positions, you've got to move.
Okay.
And quickly.
Okay.
And then you've got to encourage all the other players to move quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed a guy last week for one of my clients, and he wanted a 2-month notice.
2 months?
We'll call you in 2 months. Dude.
Come on now.
He wanted a 2-month notice because he was so passionate about the project that he was working on. I don't even think if they offered him the job that he would take it. He seemed to really be, he's ready to go in 2 months. He can't. And that is not uncommon in the tech space.
Yeah.
They're really into a project.
Right.
You're looking for those people.
Okay, Dee.
Okay. No, I'm over my time.
I'm going to step it up.
You got this. You do know you got this, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got this. You got this. And when you start bringing those placements in, you're going to be like, okay, I see. Okay, I see what she's talking about. And it's hard sometimes to get that because you're not in an office setting with other recruiters. So I think it's important that I give you that momentum that's in there. And that is the momentum, that space. And that's what sets staffing recruiters apart from corporate recruiters in many instances. Corporate recruiters don't have a race against time to fill roles in most instances. They have time. Whereas we are a race against time because we're competing with other recruiters and we're competing with the internal HR department at the company that's hiring that recruiter in some instances, right? If they're working on the role as well. And we're competing against a candidate getting a job somewhere else, or getting promoted in his current company to where he doesn't want this job. So we're competing against time and all of those. And then internally, and then we're always competing with our peers because everybody wants to be the top recruiter this month. Everybody wants to be known as the best. Hello.
Yeah.
And then, of course, who wants to be a loser? So you're competing with yourself. Nobody wants to be called a loser. Girl, I'm just last place. Oh, hell no. Oh, we don't do that. We are winners. We're winners. I will not lose. And then when you get a staff, then you bring little gifts in, little things. So you might you can do so many cool things. Like I might bring in a party hat from Party City with some what do you call those things? The thing you blow into, right? Yeah. And I'll come into our board meeting blowing that thing, wicka, 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 wicka. Woo! What you doing, D? This week is the week. What week is it, D? This is the official week. The official week of what? Not the official week of what? The official week of who? What do you mean the official week of who, D? What do you mean the official week of who? I mean the official week of whoever makes the most submittals. Whoever makes the most submittals and the most placements this week, we will now and forevermore deem the week of blank to blank this person's week. And we're going to celebrate. We got pizza coming in on Friday. We got beer for everyone. This is our time. Whose week is it? And you let them play. You let them play. We just having fun. Next week, it might be movie tickets. Next week, it might be dollar store trash. Not, I say that respectfully, right? It could be anything, right? So then you motivate your team to compete against each other. Who's taking rank? You start a ranking system. That's what I do when I go into corporate companies. I go in and inspire and rev up their teams. I start putting in motivational programs and based on production that will help increase the productivity of each team member. Because this is a sport. Recruiting is a sport. And it is not a sport like golf. Recruiting is a sport like football. Recruiting is a sport like hockey, soccer, basketball, fast pace, up and down the court. Got to get a placement, got to get a goal, right? That's how recruiting is. So that's where your mind, I want to get your mind right. All right.